episode of Wind Down the Weekend. I'm so glad that y'all are here. This video is going to be a little bit different than the other ones. A little less formal. My videos are formal. But we're essentially going to do a bunch of Q&A questions. I'm going to pop this bottle of wine opener. I have an electric wine opener. I guess I never really show y'all the process of me opening the wines. Typically, they don't have a cork. If they do have a cork, I will use this. So I like it. But I think like since I don't use it often, I be forgetting how to use it like now. Cause I don't think you're supposed to I don't think you're supposed to do it like this. I think you're not supposed to do it like this. And we're going to ignore all of this. Because I know I'm doing it wrong. But like I said, I forget how to do it every time. Period. And then you like do and it comes back down and I'm not about to do all of that. We're done with this. I'm drinking on Oliver Sweet Wine tonight. So essentially, you know, I feel like this is just one of those like get you there wines. Like you definitely gonna feel it quickly and it's just very much so to the point. So yeah. Cheers to that. This time we can toast to life. Y'all, life has been lifing. Life has been lifing. Toast to that. Toast to survival because yeah. It is very sweet. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, I'm probably gonna talk too much on here because it's a good wine. Like, it's a good, like, sweet and to the point. And I like that. So, yeah. Again, welcome to another episode of Wind Down the Weekend. We're doing Q&A edition. And so, whenever I do Q&A videos, I always get the questions from Instagram. So, I will always put a little bubble up. Sometimes I post it 2 or 3 times so I can pick through the questions that I want to do. So, these are the questions that make the cut. And so yeah, always participate. Feel free to follow me on Instagram at hostile.key, HOSTILE_KEY. The first question is, how often do you get your nails done? So it really depends. Shout out to my nail tech at Nails by Tokyo. She really be getting me through there. But I will say I probably, when I'm getting them done consistently, I can go about 3 or 4 weeks. Sometimes I'll take a break. It really just depends. And then when I'm taking breaks, whenever I take breaks, it's really just about like, is somebody gonna pay for these? If not, we're gonna take a break. Just cause I've been trying to save for stuff and prioritize my finances. So yeah. The next question is, when was the last time that I cried and why? Not y'all in my business. So today's Friday. I think the last time that I cried was Wednesday, maybe. And so, like when I say life has been kicking my ass, oh my gosh, life has truly just been mika maka, like knocking me out. So yeah, probably Wednesday. And I was crying because life is just crazy right now. Mentally, emotionally, but I would honestly say more importantly, like family stuff is happening, and so things are just a little tough for me right now in terms of like processing and just understanding, and it's just a lot happening. Which I've been crying a lot lately, but I couldn't even begin to like explain what is happening to me right now. So we'll leave that there because I don't want to cry. The next question is, how do I feel about niggas flashing money? I feel like if you got your money, y'all want some. So give me it. And if you're not going to give me it, I'm not sure why it's out. That doesn't make sense to me. And I really feel like just having your money to show people, it gives that you don't even, like, you're a little surprised that you got it too. Like, it just seems childish. Like, it was cool when we was young. And it's okay, I guess, for young niggas to do that shit, but like, as older adults and human beings, why are we flashing money? Like, if you're not giving me no money, I'm not sure why the money's out. So, I don't know. I'm not a fan of it, but, everybody's different. If that's your thing, then that's your thing to stand on it, I guess. Okay. So, the next question was, would you move in with your partner before marriage? Yeah, I would. I don't think it's a big deal to like shack up or whatever they called it. Like, I don't think it's a really big deal. I think it just depends on, does it make the most sense for you and your person. So obviously I'm not gonna put a rush on anything. It's like, if me and my person are moving out the state, then why would we get separate places? We could just live together. Or if me and my person are getting really, really serious, or we've had a child. Ideally I'd be married before all of this, but if not, I don't see the big deal in it personally, because I think it's the goal in not checking up is to avoid what is likely already happening. So I don't know. I don't see a problem with it personally. Now I will say I'm definitely not about to be like, oh, we've been together for 5 years, now we're gonna move in together. We didn't have kids together, and no. Now that's something different, but if we've been dating for a little while and we really like each other, and what makes the most logical sense for us is for us to move in, then that's our business. Like, I don't see an issue with that at all. The next question is, would I ever mess with a deadbeat? No, I feel like you not taking care of your kids as a human being, like, I feel like that's indicative of who you are. Like, that's your child, that's a portion of you, and you don't care enough about them to take care of them. There's no way you can take care of me. Like, excuse me, you're not trying to put no money on your kids, nothing. Do what you about to do with me. Like, I don't know. And I feel like anytime you would spend money on me, I would immediately think, but your kids. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't personally. I just feel like it says a lot about who a nigga is for real. So the next question is, what have I learned in my 20s? I've learned 1,000,001 lessons in my 20s. I say honestly more recently, but I would say the biggest lesson I've learned at this point in time is like, everybody is going to do what's in the best interest of themselves, right? Nobody's going to put your best interest first. And I feel like that's what I've learned. And so it's like, you can't really trust people or depend on people. You can only really trust and depend on yourself, because if a person has a chance to throw you to the side and put themselves first, they're going to do that. And if a person has a chance to not even win in a situation but put you down, it's very likely they will do that as well. So I don't know, I feel like my biggest lesson has just been that everybody is out here for themselves, and don't ever forget that. And so that allows me to like be honest and keep myself honest. And I appreciate that. I feel like expecting people to do what they're going to do inevitably just makes it easier for me to like accept and process things. So that's probably my biggest lesson so far. The next question was, what is my go-to phrase when I'm mad? I don't really have a go-to phrase. I think right now I'd be like, okay, you really getting me tight right now. I be saying that a lot because I think it's funny, but I don't know. So when I say that, like, I might actually be mad, or I'm probably not really mad, but yeah. And then my other one, I either cuss you out when I'm mad, or I get quiet. So there's not really an in-between. So I can't say that there's a specific word or like, what was the question? Phrase. Like, there's not a specific one. But I got a mouth on me. So, yeah. The next question is, what is my most unpopular opinion? I have a lot of unpopular opinions, like a lot. And if you know me, you know. So I would have to say, well, probably have to be my thoughts about cheating. So I feel like, let's say somebody's in a relationship. I mean, a woman's in a relationship, and the man steps out and cheats. I feel like the woman in the relationship cannot be mad at the woman that he stepped out with. I feel like you can only be mad at your man. Because at the end of the day, the only person you was in a relationship with was your man. Your girl's not in a relationship. She's not in a relationship with you, and she don't owe you nothing. And so, I feel like you can't be mad at her because your man's a cheater no matter what. So whether it was her, or her, me, her, she, them, they, her, him, maybe even another him, it would have always been someone else. Like, it's not, this situation isn't specific to me or isn't specific to the outside woman. So I feel like you can't be mad at her. Like, this is your relationship. She don't owe you nothing. What are you mad at her for? Like, your man's a cheater. It was inevitable. So that's my personal opinion on cheating. And I also feel like the girl that he's cheating with is not in the wrong because she doesn't owe anybody anything. She's not in a relationship. So she's not necessarily doing anything, quote unquote, wrong, in my opinion. Now, a lot of people don't agree with that, but that's Kiera's rationale. Now, I will say it's a little bit different when the woman pursues your man, but I still think you can't be mad at her. Like, I think that's a little messed up, but I still think you can't be mad at her simply because your man should have been strong enough to be like, hey, shorty, I got somebody. Like, you cannot get up on my face. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's what you should be able to expect from your man if y'all in a relationship. And if you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, hold your man accountable is what I'm saying. Like, the girl is doing what girls do. Like, and I feel like it depends on your mindset whether you can agree with me or not. Because I really don't think nobody in this world owes nobody nothing. So, my perspective on it is going to be different than somebody that feels like girl code and whatever else y'all be talking about. Like, y'all might think differently. So, I would say that's probably one of my more unpopular opinions. But I have a long list of unpopular opinions. And the next question was, if I got pregnant with a sneaky link, would I keep it? Yeah, just because. I say yeah because I don't really have a heart to abort a child. That's not me. Like, I honestly don't have it in me. That's not me at all. So, and I also feel like personally, if you're gonna lay down with a man, whoever it is that you lay down with, you need to be 1000% okay with having a child with them, just in case. I'm not saying y'all gonna sit down and plan out a future or nothing like that, but like, whoever you choose to share those moments with, I feel like you need to 1000% be ready to have a child with that person. If not, then y'all ain't got no business having sex. That's my personal belief. Now, I feel like after the situation, for me, it would definitely be like a sit-down conversation about like, you know, I'm pregnant, now what? And if at any point I feel like you are like there's any ounce of regret in you about me being pregnant or the situation happening, or you not wanting to be a father, any of that, then we're done. Don't worry about it. No love lost, no love found. Like, don't worry about it. I'm not mad at all. You're done. You're not gonna be a daddy. This child won't know you. You won't know my child. And I'm gonna move along and take care of my child because this is who I am as a person. I got enough love in me to fill my kid up with love and then not to grow up and be a cold human out here. So I'm gonna hold it down. I don't need you. It's not a big deal. I respect your decision. On the flip side, if you were like excited and not ambitious, invested, then for sure, we're finna do this thing. We're finna do this family thing. And we're gonna see what comes of it. But yeah, I don't have it in me to abort no kids. So that's just not me. So I would keep it. But I feel like I wouldn't. For other people, I feel like you can't like say you finna keep the kid. The man obviously don't want the kid, and then you beating down his door about come get your kid, come get your kid, come get your kid. Like, he said he didn't want no kid, and you had it anyway. So you should have known it was a one-man mission at that point. Like, I don't know. That's just me though. Everybody's different. But for me and my baby, we out. So the next question was, what is my dream job? I can honestly say I don't have a dream job right now. I'm at a point in my career where I don't know what's next. I don't. I'm figuring it out. I'm changing my mind. I'm young. I'm making things happen for myself. So like, as I figure things out, like I know what industry I want to be in while I have to work a 9 to 5. But when I'm able to transition into my entrepreneurial lifestyle, You know, I have a couple of ventures that I want to do, obviously, but I don't know what I want to do wholeheartedly and for sure yet. So, pending, I don't know. I obviously don't want to work for nobody. So I guess I'll have to figure out my dream 9 to 5 and then my dream entrepreneurial position. Like, what would I do? So, I don't know yet. Stay tuned as I figure life out. And that's been weighing on me heavy too. So, I just got a lot going on in my life. Like, y'all would never understand what the hell I've been through. Like, it kind of even a touch on like the question that asked me like when was the last time I cried. Like somebody I went to school with, he messaged me and was like, oh my gosh, I just love your life. And I was like, girl, this motherfucker be wild and like everybody else's, I promise you. And like, you know, nobody ever posts like what they be going through. You know, we always post the roses, the good stuff, the out to eat with the girls, the brunch, the toast, all of that stuff. But like, real life really do be happening behind the scenes, whether you know it or not. And so just be mindful of that. Like, this shit look good, but this shit's hard. It like my life may look fun and easy and adventurous, but it's hard for sure. Like, it's definitely hard. This is probably like one of my harder chapters. And so you could probably hear my neighbor's dog, whatever. But this is definitely one of my harder chapters. Just trying to understand, trying to learn, trying to grow, trying to manage all the different things that I have going on right now. So, yeah. Just want to put that in the air. Like, you just never know what people is up to, what they own, what's going on. You don't. So be careful what you romanticize, essentially, because woof, Chad. And I do have a really good life. Just to clarify, I have an amazing life, but there's just moments where like everything is just uprooted, and then I just go on this journey. Like, this isn't my first time of going on a journey of like, what the hell is going on? What am I doing? This is one of many. So yeah. Enough of that rant. I don't have a dream job. Long story short. My dream job is honestly being paid to exist. And I keep telling people I really want to be paid to exist. And I know they keep giggling and it's funny, but I be so for real. Like, when I really think about my life in the future, I be like, there's no way somebody like me is destined for employment for the rest of my life. Like, I need to be exploring. So, yeah. I don't know. Next question. So, what is my favorite part about dressing up? Oh my gosh. My favorite part about dressing up would be the moment that I put my perfume on, because that seals the deal. Like, that really seals the deal. I love matching my scent with my aesthetic for the day. So sometimes it's giving casual baddie. Sometimes it's giving the baddest in the room. Sometimes it's giving elegant baddie. Sometimes it's giving 9 to 5 baddie. But I think like, because after I do my makeup, I set my face, my outfit's on, I've oiled my body up, and now it's time for my scent. My scent is what really brings everything together. So if I'm going out for an evening out on the town and I wear one of my deeper scents, it's just like, wow. Or if it's a cute brunch outfit and I wear one of my lighter scents, I'm like, I really ate with this. Like, dressing up is more than just putting the clothes on. And like, I be telling people that all the time. Like, you can't just throw some clothes on and be like, yeah, I ate. No. It's the clothes. It's the accessories, it's the bags, it's the hats, it's the jewelry, it's the scent. It's the scent, not even just your perfume, but the lotion, the oil that you choose to put on your body, paired with your scent. Like, it's so much. And your scent just seals the deal, and that's how I'm ready to walk out the door. Because I don't take my perfumes out of the house. Like, they stay in the house. And my last step in getting ready is putting my perfume on. And I just love that part. And I think getting ready also, like aside from that, it really makes me feel good. Like when I know I look good, I feel really good. And when I know I look good, I make sure everybody around me know I look good. I don't even need no compliment. Let me tell you how good I look. Fuck a compliment. Let me let you know that I look good as fuck right now. Let me let you know I look edible right now. Let me let you know that I ate this shit. Like, that's just me though. So when I walk out the house, I literally, like, if I'm on the phone on the way somewhere, I'm like, I look fine as fuck. I look good. Like, I'll be happy myself. People be on the phone like, oh my gosh. But I'll be so for real, like, oh my gosh, when I know I look good, there's nothing that can stop me in this world. And that's my favorite part about getting dressed up. So I low-key named like 18 different parts, but all of them are my favorite part. Excuse me. So my next question is, what is my ideal man, and would I be okay with him having kids? So I feel like my ideal man, I'm not about to give y'all the whole floor plan of what my ideal man is gonna be, but in a perfect way, he'd be chocolate and tall and big. I like big niggas. So that's what he would look like. It can dress, and gives a fuck about his appearance, not just like his skin and like his facial hair and his hair on his head or lack thereof, but also like his clothes and how they fit. Like, I love a big dude in a nice outfit that fits well. Oh my gosh, like I don't like no big nigga that looks sloppy and just like anything on. Like, I love me a well put together big black man. Ooh, it just do something to me. So yeah, aesthetically, that's what he look like. A man that's like on his shit. You know, he's handling business. He's ambitious. He's motivated. Respectful. I would say honest and transparent. Those things are really important to me. Passionate and invested. A protector. A provider. Like, and a perfect world, my man would be all of those things. And I would say I would pray that, and I want him to have a level of emotional intelligence that is comparable and or complements mine. I'm not saying I'm the best with my feelings and my emotions and how I communicate them. However, I want somebody that's doing the work and that understands the importance of the work. I don't want somebody that's just skating through, saying whatever, doing whatever, and that lacks honesty in how they do those things. I really want somebody that's like, I'm a grown man and I can communicate the way that I feel in a healthy way. Or I could be honest with you no matter what in a healthy way. So I feel like that's what my ideal man would be. Big emphasis on protector and provider. Protection means so much to me. I'm not gonna go into detail about that today, but like, protection means so much to me, far beyond like physical protection, but like mental and emotional protection. I need somebody that can protect me, and I think the older I get, the more important that becomes, for a number of reasons, but that protection piece is huge. Like, you need to be able to protect me from the outside world, protect me from other women, protect me from other men, protect me from the dangers of just existing, protect my peace. Like, there's so many things that I need my man to be able to protect me from, protect me from myself sometimes. I just need somebody that's gonna be protective of me as a woman, as Kiera, as all of those things. So yeah, there's a number of other things too, but we're not gonna go on this whole tangent of what I want my man to be. But what I will say is maybe we'll get into that in another wind down. I don't know. Cause I'm starting to feel this and I don't want to get emotional and it's too much. But yeah, so and would I be okay with him having kids? Look, listen, I don't know how I feel about a nigga with kids. I don't know. I really don't know. I think in a perfect world, no. In a perfect world, no. He wouldn't have kids because I don't have kids. But also, I tend to like men that are a little bit older. And even if I didn't, I'm getting older. So people are starting to have kids. But I don't know. Like, I don't know. I really don't. If he does have kids, I think that's a lot to work through. And it's going to take me a little bit longer to assess that situation just because I have not encountered somebody with a baby mama that is not actively having sex with that baby mama or like actively something weird is going on with you and your baby mama. I haven't encountered any man that is an outlier to that. So I don't know, but no is my thought. I also feel like having somebody's first child is a special moment that I want to share. Like, it's my first and it's your first. So like, I don't know. I don't think it's a big deal, but like, I also feel like whoever that person is, if they did have kids, I just want you to recognize that like, you cannot give me what somebody that doesn't have kids could give me. So just being honest about that up front and just understanding of that, because I could always give a nigga that could give me, I could always get a nigga that could give me his undivided. While you're divvying up time and finding time between you and the baby mama and the kids, like, I could always find somebody that don't got so much going on. Like, so that's one thing. Oh my gosh, I overheard a therapist talking the other day at this event that I was at, and he was talking about that, and he was like, you know, people with kids have a hard time understanding the fact of like, people that don't have kids don't necessarily have to put up with this. And like how from the beginning, when we're talking about dating, like it's very unfair to the person that doesn't have kids. And I was like, you're hitting the head on money. Like, as somebody that doesn't have a child, it is very unfair. The dating situation is very unfair. And so I feel like that's something that I more recently realized. I was like, yeah, I'm not really into this for real. Like, I like a nigga that's all about me, and I'm not sharing my man. So, yeah. Because we was like, and I posted about this on my Facebook before a long time ago, but I was like, I personally feel like baby mamas be calling their baby daddies about shit that they wouldn't call them about if they had a man. Which means you're using your baby daddy as your stand-in man. So, insert myself into that situation. You're using my man as your stand-in man. Meaning we're sharing men. And I don't share my niggas. So this isn't gonna work for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you do for her, I'm gonna make you quadruple, dipple that shit. Like, let's be for real. Let's be so for real. You get her a little condo or a little hotel room, bitch, you're gonna get me a mansion in every fucking state. A mansion. You get her a little beat up Buick, babe, you're going to get me a G-Wagon fully loaded. Be for real with me. Like, you're gonna do for her, and then you're gonna literally die and go broke doing for me, because let's be clear about who's running shit around here. Like, I don't like that for real. I'm just not a fan. I'm not a fan of it at all. So in a perfect world, he wouldn't have kids. Would I be okay with him having kids? I think it's case by case. Like, I really have to take the time to assess, what does your relationship with your baby mama look like? And if I'm comfortable with that, because you know, if motherfuckers is beefing all the time, something ain't right here. And if y'all too buddy, something definitely ain't right there. So I would have to assess the situation, but I just feel like there's so much more energy that goes into somebody that has a kid versus somebody that doesn't. And is that really something that I want to put up with? No. No. But, again, we will see. We will have to see. I don't know. So, yeah, that's the end of the Q&A. I don't have nothing else. We got big videos coming up next. The guests are coming back soon. So next week, wait for those videos to drop. If you have additional questions that you would like to ask, feel free to use the link in the description. Also, feel free to follow me on Instagram at hostile.key. That's HOSTILE.KEY. But yeah, feel free to do your thing. Tap in on socials, you know. The socials are going up. The socials are definitely going up, yeah. So, I'm eating that shit. But yeah, follow me, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. And I will see y'all later. See y'all later.